Marriage sex is boring.
That table left the room. The carpenter is yet to fix it. He does not know where to start. I think it's a myth. This myth, we need a whole episode. Because what I'm seeing as you have said the myth, I need like an hour to talk. Can I have an hour?
You do not have an hour, unfortunately.
Okay, so... Hello everyone, and welcome to LMtv. Thank you for tuning in today. We are your hosts. I'm Ihioma.
And I'm George.
Thank you for being here today.
Yes.
So today, what are we discussing, George?
Today we are talking about some myths about marriage. And we want to go over a couple of myths and what we think about them. Whether they are just myths that you should throw in the bin somewhere, or maybe it must be queried further.
Yeah, or there may be an element of truth.
So, shall we?
Yes, please.
Over to you.
Myth number 1.
Yes.
Marriage means giving up your independence. What say you?
It's a myth.
It's a myth.
I think you are independently yoked. As much as you are together and you're building your marriage or family, you both have your independent lives, your jobs, your careers, whatever is going on in your life. You haven't necessarily given that up or given up your life that you were living, because you are married. So I think it's a myth. That's what I think. I don't know what you think.
I think, like you said, independently yoked, I think it's apt. I think it describes it. Okay. So it's like, I don't know if it's a full myth or it's like a half truth. Because you're not as independent as you used to be, but it doesn't mean you've lost yourself.
Yeah.
So you still have your own things that are unique to you, that you do independent of your spouse. Yeah. But you must do it now with a thought for them. Okay. Conscious of how it will affect them, that type of thing. Yeah. So I think what you said, independently yoked, I think it describes it well. Yeah. Yeah. So I would call it a half myth.
Half myth. Okay.
Is there anything like a half myth?
Probably.
We've created it.
Yes. All right, let's go on to the next myth. Healthy marriages are conflict-free.
Hey, it's a lie. Hey, it's a lie. It's a big lie. Hey, conflict. You've not seen some. I think that is when you marry, you know the real meaning of conflict. Before that, what you were doing was play. Because this one, you will not understand Russia. I feel
like
and
rolling on the floor.
It's when you marry, you understand Russia and Ukraine.
Jeez.
Anyway. I think it's a big lie.
It's a big lie.
Big lie.
Well, I also think so too. I think it's a complete myth.
Yeah.
I think that within the conflict and, the solving of the conflicts, it makes you deeper as a couple. So there's definitely that element of conflict. You will have conflicts. So you will have conflicts.
Yes.
It will.
Because you're two individuals who have come together. There's bound to be some friction. Yes. This person believes in this one doesn't. This one says that where I'm coming from, this is what we do. This is how I grew up. This person says, no, where I'm coming from, we don't do anything like that. That alone is conflict. And I think it's the thought, I learned something recently about conflict. Many people see conflict as bad. And this person I watched was saying that conflict is actually good. Oh, yeah. It's not bad. I think it's when you see conflict as a bad thing, then you want to say that, no, when I'm married, there will never be conflict. But when you understand that the conflict shows you ways you are coming together, things you have to work through, how your powers can unite and form Captain Planet. When you see that that's where the conflict is going, then you won't want this myth to be true. Yeah. I think. Okay. But you let us know what you think. Please drop a comment. Yes. Let us know. Do you think this myth is true? Do you think we are off base? Please let us know.
Okay. Next myth.
Myth number 3. This one I don't even have to read it in my mind. They say love is a feeling. You have to feel it. Myth or truth?
I think it's a half myth.
Okay.
For me, at the point at which I am, I'll say that love, feeling is just an aspect of love. You know, that tingling feeling, that's,
Butterflies.
that butterflies that you feel when you were dating before, maybe you saw the person. That's not. I think that love is a knowing.
It's a no. Oh.
I know that I love this person. For me, that is what I think. I think the feeling is just a layer.
It's a layer.
Just a flavor of another flavor of the ice, the whole ice cream.
I like that. Love is a knowing. The feeling is a layer. Yeah. We have to write that down. I think
it's a good quote.
Yes, it is actually. Love is a knowing. The feeling is a layer. It's true, because you can't completely write out the feeling. Yeah. But it's true. There's a knowing. Yeah. There's a knowing. I used to tell people. I said, the butterflies in your stomach, after a while, life presents an insecticide. Hey, it will kill the butterflies. Only the strong survive. Anything that survives after that, you see that it's a dragonfly that is in your stomach, not a butterfly. That's on the lighter note. But yeah, I feel like what you said really just sums it up. Yeah. Love is a knowing, but the feeling is a layer. Yeah. When we finish, I'll write it down. I really like that. I like that.
Great.
Okay, so next myth.
Next myth. Marriage is 50-50. Is marriage 50-50?
Is marriage? I don't think so. Who wants to marry half person? Do you want to marry half person?
It's in terms of, well, people say that you put in a 50%, I put in 50%, and it makes up the 100.
I know that's what you mean.
Yeah.
But
that's always the but.
I don't think so.
No, I also don't think so.
I don't think so. I think we're all in.
Yes, love is 100.
Yes, 100. It's just that sometimes you yourself, you know that you are not necessarily at 100 all the time. So the idea, I think, is not that you are always at 100, but your intention is always to give you 100.
Exactly.
So the day you are below 100, there's this other person who understands that you are here with me 100, just that today you are not, your whatever is not 100%. But when it comes to your commitment or your whatever, am I making sense?
Yeah, you're making sense, and I completely agree. Yeah.
So it's 100. Can we take one more minute? Yes, this one I don't even need to read. So there's this thing they say.
Yes.
And I'm going to say, since I'm a lady, they say that when it's marriage, for ladies, the belief is that my money is my money. His money is our money. True or myth?
I think it's a funny concept, or a weird concept that needs to be absolutely smashed.
Smash, get a hammer. Boom.
Because I think it connects to the previous point that we made, that we are both putting in 100% effort.
Yeah.
We all have roles. As much as we are in this together, we both have roles. But I think that in the appropriation of roles and what everybody needs to do when it comes to finances, 2 is better than 1, and they have a good reward for their labor.
Yeah.
I think I've said something.
Yes, you have.
So
you have.
I think that the key here is being honest with yourselves and seeing that you are building something together. I always say that if you have that mentality that we have a common goal that we are trying to bring to fruition, every effort that each one of us puts in is to help us get closer to that goal. So
yes.
That his money is our money, but my money is my money. It's a selfish thing to
That's the truth.
Selfish mind to have.
Yeah, I think so. So all the ladies out there who are saying this, in fact, please, it's not true. But will you be happy if someone says that his money is his money and your money is our money? So if you will not like it, why will you do to someone what you don't want them to do to you?
Oh my
In
God.
fact, there are things we have to. I've heard this. I don't know if this is on a tangent, but I've heard in recent times that there are certain parts of the world, certain parts of West Africa. I'll stop there. I won't even zoom down. Let me stop before they beat me. Where this is not so much for married people, but I think it's this mindset that shows in the marriage where they say that my money is my money and his money is our money. I hear that there are certain parts of the world where if a gentleman asks a lady on a date, he has to pay for her makeup, her hair, her Uber, then he will still pay for the food they eat on the day, the drinks, then he'll pay for... Like, why?
This will be a topic that we give it a full episode one of these days.
I think so.
Yeah.
So coming back to the myth, I don't think so. I think that, so, like he said, if we have a common goal we're working towards, unless you married an ATM machine, you know that you must contribute. we are all in this together.
Yeah.
You know, and golden rule that Jesus gave: don't do to others as you would have them do to you. Yes. So do to him, if you would like him to contribute in what you are building together, then you also do the same thing. Don't be mean to someone and you don't want someone to be mean to you. Let's end it there.
Okay. I think we have time for one more.
One more myth.
One more myth.
Do you have one more?
Yes. And this is the table shattering one. Marriage sex is boring.
That table left the room. The carpenter is yet to fix it. He does not know where to start.
Well,
I think it's a myth. This myth, we need a whole episode. Because what I'm seeing as you have said the myth, I need like an hour to talk. Can I have an hour?
You do not have an hour, unfortunately.
Okay, so it's a myth. Clearly, it's not it's a myth. It's a lie from the pit of hell.
Yes.
And I think, so the reason I said what I'm saying, I think that it goes back to being pure in the first place. Okay. Because when someone has engaged in so many of such relationships before marriage, there's a standard that they are holding. There's an experience they've had that they're expecting their husband or their spouse to meet up to. And something else that people have to take into consideration is the fact that when you are doing that thing outside marriage, there's a thrill you get in breaking the law. If there was no thrill, you would have stopped breaking it. There's a thrill. The Bible says in Proverbs that stolen waters are sweet. So there's a thrill you get in breaking the law, that when you marry, you won't feel that thrill anymore. Okay. And so even before we start to compare the experiences, that thrill that was there before marriage, when this person did those things, is no longer there in marriage. That's one block that has been removed. Before we even look at if they are comparing their spouse to the experiences they had before.
Aish, let me.
It's a whole episode.
An advocate here. So, what about?
Really?
Okay. No, I'm just trying to balance the already table which is falling apart.
Oh, the table is not here.
The carpenter is not here. So
he doesn't know what to do with
become a carpenter. So what about those who say that, when people, for married couple, the experience of marriage and what they go through in life and the stress of life sort of makes sex uninteresting. So that is probably where this myth is coming from. That, after a while, because of, the routine, the stress of life,
adulting,
couples are not even interested in, even when they have sex, it's like, let's just, it's not one of those things. It's not something to really look forward to, and they are just there, they are existing. So therefore, the myth comes that
it's boring.
Couples sex is boring.
I think that this myth, there are different angles we should look at it from. There's the angle I started from. There's this angle, and I'm sure there are a number of other angles to look at it from. On this angle, yes, It could be, but it should not be. It calls for what we've said and said and said, intentionality. You have to work at it. You have to work at keeping the magic alive, keeping the butterflies. Don't let them become dragonflies.
So, in short, we are saying that it's not entirely a myth.
Is it half? Is it half?
Let us know what you think in the comment section.
I think you below. Let us know.
And with that, we'll intentionally end this episode on this note.
Yes.
Let us know what you think. We'll come back on another episode and we'll dive fully into this, a full-fledged topic. We'll go into all the details and try to dismantle this myth and see if it's worth living as a myth or shattering it the few that we've just done. So
I agree. It's a good idea.
Wonderful. My name is George Wilkinson. I've been here with
Ihoma. Thank you for joining us on LMtv. Like we've said over and over, subscribe, drop a comment, like, share, tell a friend, tell your married friends. There's somewhere we're hearing stuff. Come on in and listen with us. And we will see you in the next episode. Thank you and bye.